Hi, and welcome back to The Next Step. This is one of a series of online lectures and books that takes you from idea to startup. I'm going to refer back to a few things in earlier lessons. If you haven't seen those, you may want to start there. If you don't have a business plan, you definitely want to start there. But this should be able to stand alone on its own. Okay, with that, first thing I want to talk about pitching is that you need to understand there is no perfect pitch. There is no one perfect way to tell the story about your company, right? Neither, once you have a pitch done, is there ever the perfect pitch, right? It can always be improved. You can always iterate and make it a little bit better. Now, before you sit down to write this pitch, you need to understand your audience. Why is it that they're coming to hear what you have to say? What is it that you want from this meeting? Right? With that in mind, who else are they going to be hearing from? What's your competition that day? Is this an angel group? Are they going to be hearing a handful of pitches from a handful of startups? Is it perhaps a business plan competition where they might hear from 20 or 30 or more pitches in that day? Is it a one-on-one conversation between you and a potential investor or you and a potential customer? Are you trying to recruit someone to join your team? Depending on who is your audience, you may need to fine-tune your pitch to make sure it is as good as it can be for that audience. Now, before you get to the end of your pitch, you need to ask for something, right? What that ask is will vary from pitch to pitch, from audience to audience, but you always have to ask for something, right? You're there for a purpose. If it's just for them to know that your company exists, well, that's nice, but what are they going to do, right? What can you make the audience do to remember that? Can they come to a website? Can they download an app? Can they buy your product in a store? Can they tell someone about it, right? Ask the audience to do at least something. Now, it's really clear if you're asking for money, you're asking for a sale, you're asking for someone to join your company, well, then ask for it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a pitch. They clearly want something, but they just aren't bold enough to ask for it directly. Big mistake, right? When you need something, you finish off your pitch with an ask.